Okay. Let's go. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. This is a pretty good hand. There's no card draw here, and they just concede? Okay. We take those? I think legally we take those. The official turn. Yeah, shoot it. Okay. Okay. Not great. I mean, okay, Brooklet Hill helps, Brooklet Hill and Quickball help us make this less awful, but putting out a Crobat really sucks, because it means I'm obligated to use like an Acerola or AZ or Floatstone to get him out, and that's a card that I don't want to be using on Not or Shifu, basically. Really? Twitch? Twitch is recommending a bitrate of 4,500. I'm gonna go with no. 4,500 would DDoS some viewers. Like some viewers' computers would straight up just like not be able to handle the playback bitrate on that. Oh, Murkrow is a miserable deck. Murkrow is a miserable deck to play against. It's such a bad matchup. How many regular? So we have both of our regular energies in here. Man, that really makes things rough. It really does. I need to be aggressive with finding my cards now, because I'm not going to be able to next turn. Next turn, I'm going to be under lock. They can... What? Why? Why? I get it. Like, okay, what? Weird. Like, Honchkrow is one of our worst matchups in the world. And so, even if we did have an okay first turn, we still have to work really hard. There's a long uphill climb to try and get through after that. Is my tea cold enough to drink? No, not really. Remoraid and Urshifu V. Those are what we want to see every game. I want to see both of those in my opening hand every time. Because with both of those, we have outs. Between both of those, we got options. I think here... I kind of want a Crobat. But if I Crobat, it means I need to ditch some cards to make Crobat effective. We don't have Dedenne, so I need to keep note of that. I should have checked how many energies I had. We know we have Field Blower. That's interesting. Guess we just go get an Octillery, throw the energy there. Against an electric deck, we basically are guaranteed a win. It's really, really unlikely that they're going to be able to compete with us on an even playing field, basically. What if I bump this up to 3,000? Are they going to be grumpy now? You're going to stop yelling at me, YouTube? They're like, oh, 2600 bitrate is too low. No, it's not. It's really not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, electric decks just fold to fighting decks. There's not a lot they can do about it, unfortunately. They're sort of doomed to this matchup. Like, Volkner's a pretty okay card. But... There's the Pikarom and Zero Aura. Can I one-shot next turn? So the thing is, if I can get a wide lens, I win the game next turn. That's literally all I need. I need a wide lens. Throw that down. I don't care about any of this. We're gonna Juniper first. We're just gonna dump cards like mad here. So that I can draw even more off Octillery. We're just looking for a Rapid Strike energy. There we go. Unfortunately, we didn't find a wide lens. We unfortunately didn't find a wide lens, but we get to kill Pikachu and we get to put Pikarom into lethal range. We kill Pikachu and we put Pikarom in lethal range, and they can concede. Fair. Okay. So 5-win streak. Most of our opponents have just conceded on the first turn, so it's not really felt earned. I got some packs. We'll open those later. I understand for the health of the game why PTCGO doesn't allow the new cards in events for the first few weeks. But I want to play events, man. I just built a cool deck. I want to play it. I want to play it in events. I want to earn some stuff with it. I want to do things with it. I understand why they do it, but I still want to play with the deck. I mean, I need to grind out ladder anyway, because there's not that much time left in this ladder, and I want to get that welder. I want that welder. I don't play fire decks, but if I had a full art welder... This hand's not awful. This hand's not awful. VS Seeker, Quick Ball, discard Tate and Liza, go get a Shifu goes down. We put up an energy on it. We have like 2 cards in hand at that point. Crobat draws those cards back. Well, I mean, it depends on what we top deck. Top deck depends on how good that is, but we're probably drawing at least 3 cards off of Crobat, letting us continue going. We need to find a Floatstone for this hand to be good. Floatstone or Guzma needs to be found for this hand to be good. Okay. I know we're against some sort of Garbodor deck. I don't know if it's Necrozma or Dragapult Garbodor, but we'll see. We'll see. Muscle Band. I don't think Necrozma run. My Necrozma's never run. Yeah, it's Dragapult. Okay. Which means we need to find Jirachi pretty quickly. Yeah, we need to find Jirachi pretty quickly. We need to keep energy, or we need to keep Garbodor clear of tools, because we do rely on abilities for our card draw. Okay, so there's our Shifu. Which means I'm actually going to keep the Tate and Liza, because it's likely this is going to be a hand that I want to shuffle. Do we go for the Jirachi now? I should. It's safe. I want to get a Remoraid guaranteed so I can start drawing cards. But it's probably just a lot easier to do that. I want to shuffle this away, because this hand ain't great. There's a Remoraid, a backup Urshifu, and I'm happy to ditch this for a Crobat again. Draw another 5. We couldn't attack. That's a shame, because we could have killed this Trubbish. But we just didn't find a Floatstone. We drew a lot of cards. We saw a lot of cards that hand. Because we saw our initial opening 9, because they mulliganed twice, so we saw 9. Then we had Tate and Liza get us another 5. Then we had Crobat get us another 5. We saw 25 cards that hand. And just never got a Floatstone. Which is a shame. It's not guaranteed. I shouldn't expect it, but it does mean that this Diancie is super dead. It also means that we're in an awkward situation tempo-wise. Because now we're going to have to contend with Dragapult bomping us every turn. If I could start with him on the back foot. Okay, this is really good for him, because now he can Lele for Sycamore and do that. I need to get used to calling him Professor's Research. I'm used to the old wording. The new boss's orders and Professor's Research. I'm used to the old wording. Yeah. Because that damage spread gets really dangerous very quickly. Luckily, he didn't have a Garbodor to start shutting that down, so that's nice. Oh, good. Good. We get to keep that around. Okay. Go get a second Urshifu. What energy's out there? Okay, not the special one. Because there's a special energy that deals damage in retaliation. Wide Lens does nothing for us here. I think I want an Ultra Ball so I can go get a Remoraid. I already have an Ultra Ball, but I can discard ball to ball, basically. Remoraid. Because Remoraid draws us so many cards over the course of a game. Just being able to draw just 1 or 2 extra cards each turn makes a massive difference. It really, really does. I'm actually going to spread this energy out. Just in case I die. Because that way either or could get off the Rapid Flow next turn. Because next turn... The problem with Rapid Flow is that Rapid Flow is only 280 damage, which is not a kill. I have to do another Gale Thrust in order to actually get the kill here. And that assumes that I don't have Diancie's ability turned off by a Garbodor. I would love to Rapid Flow in order to shut down these Garbodor in the bench, and if I have to, that's what I may end up doing if he does set up a Garbodor, Garbotoxin, is I'll just snipe these 2 on the bench, and we'll go from there. It's really tough for him to get a one-shot here. Basically impossible now that we have the resistance up. If he can turn off abilities, it makes it a lot easier, because then Jirachi's protection goes away. But as long as we have the protection up, we're safe from one-shots. If that goes away, I think with a damage boost, it's 150 to 300, so we're still safe. We're still safe from one-shots from the actual Dragapult itself, but Garbodor, Trashland to Garbodor, becomes a much scarier problem. Oh, they just conceded? Okay. Again, I didn't feel like this match was going poorly, but apparently all our opponents just concede at the slightest at the slightest issue. Okay. 6-win streak, I guess? I mean, I'll take it. It lets me climb the ladder faster, but I didn't think I was really doing that wonderful. I totally just spilled a little tea. I need to trim my mustache. It's getting in stuff. Okay. This is not a wonderful hand? Yeah, this isn't great, because I have to discard... In order to draw cards out to Dene, I have to discard some good stuff. 2 Yveltals? Why do people run this Yveltal? I don't understand. Yes, the ability to derail is nice, but there's so many good Yveltals out there. That is not it, though. Like, that is not the Yveltal that I really like running. Alright. Like, there are multiple playable Yveltals. That one is not my favorite one. Okay. Diancie and a Floatstone. Let's check the deck list. We have the Field Blower. We have Computer Search. We just lost Fan. We have both of our Octilleries, Empoleon, Crobat, Jirachi. We've had most of our energy here. I think we're down 1 of each special. No, we're down nothing. Okay. Because I know where the other 2 are. Good. Good. We have no card draw next turn. Keep that in mind. No card draw next turn, but we're not doing too bad. Ugh, hammers suck. Hammers are so unfun to play with. I understand that it's an established part of the expanded metagame, and expanded would be very different without them. I get it. I understand that they are a crucial part of expanded. But hammers and max potions being in the same format really incentivize stall decks. Those cards incentivize these slow burn, just stall decks. And I think that if those 2 cards just were removed, the format would be very, very different, very easily. Just the existence of hammers makes so many decks so oppressive. Is he just running Yveltals? Is there anything else going on here? What's the game plan, man? What the game plan? I mean, as long as I can't draw anything, yeah, just keep beating me up, man. As long as I can't draw anything, go ahead. I guess the attraction is that this one has free retreat. I guess that's the attraction to this Yveltal. I don't know. I don't get it. What is he working with? Communication, search, more hammers. I haven't been allowed to have energy, man. I just haven't been allowed to have energy. Why? Why can't I have energy? It is an Eternatus deck. Okay. Spirit Tomb. Okay, so this is the tool. This is the Dark Box deck. Okay, got it. Because there's the there's the Eternatus deck that's Eternatus and Zoroark, and it's just doing Zoroark things but better. And then there's the Dark Box deck, which is running this toolbox of a bunch of different dark types and using Eternatus as the engine that allows that to work. The fact that just RNG has decided that I'm not allowed to have fun. Great Ball? You're really seriously running Great Ball? What? What is this guy's deck? And he's winning. And he's winning because I've had the worst hand ever. I've had such bad draws. Oh, yeah, you got it. You got it. Cool. You got it. Man. I was on a 6-win streak. It's about time I lose. I get it. I understand. But still, that was some hurtful gameplay, man. 3 energy was removed. I lost 3 energy. 2 of them to hammers. It's not like I walked into Yveltal's energy removal. 2 of them were lost to hammers. I didn't have a choice in the matter. Okay, we always like to see a Remoraid start. Quick Ball can go get us an Urshifu. We've got the Float Stone. We've got an Energy. We've got Tate and Eliza. Depending on our opponent, depends on if we keep this Wide Lens or not. If it is the kind of thing where we can benefit from Wide Lens, I'll keep it around. If we know it's not going to matter, I'll just pitch it to Quick Ball. I'd rather not discard this Urshifu, because this deck actually has no way to buy back Pokemon. We're not running Rescue Stretcher or Good Rod or anything. See, that's the one that either Fright Knight or Oblivion Wing. Fright Knight's a lot worse now because there aren't EX Pokemon running around. EX Pokemon aren't really a thing anymore. But Fright Knight's ability is really good. The ability, the option to just turn off tool cards. And then Oblivion's Wing's ability to accelerate energy onto your Pokemon is really good. I love the old Yveltals. I have not, there's very rarely been a bad Yveltal. Okay, that changes things actually. We're gonna Tate and Liza to draw, actually. What do I need here? What do I need? Card draw seems good. Card draw seems good. Okay. Guzma's nice. Guzma's nice. So we have the VMAX. We have the backup energy. We have the Guzma to hard switch here. We have the Rapid Strike Octillery. I generally prefer Abyssal Hand. Okay, no DCE. I was worried about him breaking out of DCE and being able to take out this Remoraid, but we're good. We're good. Is this deck just straight out of 2016? I mean, good for you if it is, but this deck feels straight out of 2016. Well, now they have to die. Sorry. Pop. Unfortunately, this Yveltal has 130. Oblivion Wing, I think, only has 120. All I need is an energy and I win the game, and I have Octillery to tutor up a Rapid Strike energy. Oh, he got more. Oh, Oblivion Wing has 130. Okay. Yeah, I like Oblivion Wing. 100 damage for 3 energy is not great these days. Like, that's been power prepped. But Oblivion Wing's ability to attach energy from the discard pile is not to be understated, even in the modern era. Kind of want to Tate and Liza, honestly. Because I don't want to discard these cards. I just want a new hand. That ain't really it, my dog. I mean, it's another energy, but I'm not really super excited about this. Like, all we needed was 10 damage, so, like, that's fine. Sigilif. Oh, it's not the protection Sigilif. If you're gonna see Sigilif, generally see the protection one that was immune to, EXs. But considering how old this deck is what I thought that he would be running, but he's running the other one, which is interesting to see. Damage Change Mewtwo was such a pain to deal with, and even to this day you see it being annoying because the Mew 3 box decks run it as a protection option. Because if you're facing anything that's not a tag team or a big VMAX Pokemon that has all this health and they don't one-shot you, you're just like, cool, damage change, get wrecked. It's very annoying. And they concede. Fair. Fair. You're using 2016 technology to battle a deck from 2021, and I'm sorry. Your deck is literally 2 generations old. Okay. Yes, I would like to go first. Empoleon's not a bad start, especially with a Float Stone, because he shuts down some decks pretty hard. Oh, Honchkrow. I'm so tired of Honchkrow. So tired of Honchkrow. Honchkrow makes me want to go play Raikou. Okay. Okay. Discard. Because I've got to put out all the cards that I can't legally put out later. Empoleon does nothing in this matchup, but he's got a Float Stone on him, and that's a commodity. We take in these troubled times against Honchkrow. Unfair sucks, man. If we get unfaired, he's gonna put us down to a hand of strong energy, and that's it, and we're gonna get ruined. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of Hammer. Yeah, we lose. We lose. I mean, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll see if he gets it. If he doesn't get the Honchkrow, if he doesn't get the Dusk Stone, we have a chance. We have a chance. Okay. Okay. There is a chance here. Because without getting locked, we do it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Now it relied on him fucking up. Not fucking up. Like, it relied on his deck underperforming. But we beat a Honchkrow. As an Urshifu deck, we take those. We take those as Urshifu. Because, man, that is a brutal matchup. That is a brutal matchup, man. Hate it. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. And I've seen so many of them, because Urshifu is out there, and Honchkrow is such an easy deck to build. Like, I've seen so many Honchkrows. Because it shuts down Urshifu, it shuts down some Mewtwo builds, some Mew 3 builds, it shuts down Necrozma. It deals with a decent portion of the meta pretty well, and you just sort of cross your fingers that you dodge Pikarom. That you dodge Pikarom and Blacephalon. Oh, Durant. There's been so many stall decks out there right now. Okay, let's go get Remoraid. Or, what's our hand look like? If I had Crobat, or if I had Dedenne, I would discard this. Because this hand is not good enough for me to bother fighting over. Him going second means he's got to be able to get 2 or 3 more Durants into play. And I'm almost certainly going to lose a bunch of cards here. But we have Octillery to card draw. Karina searches up. And we do kill a Durant every turn. We kill a Durant every turn, which is nice. Once we go into VMAX, we can kill 2 Durants with our Rapid Flow. And that's when we can really start punishing them and start making them buy back multiple each turn. I just don't like how much of Expanded has turned into the stall format. That's just my main issue with Expanded right now. I love the format because of the potential of decks here and the creativity that's possible. But so much of the format is categorized by just stall decks. It's Hardlock, stall decks, Shocklock, Durant, Haunchcrow. These are decks that are just looking to not play the game. And that's a shame. Execute and Rowlet don't want to play the game. There's a lot of decks in Expanded that just don't want to play the game. And that's annoying. It's unfun. I'd like to see some of the cards for those decks toned down a little bit. In the same way that we chilled out Forest of Giant Plants in order to calm down some of the older cards, like the Vileplume. To be able to get turn 1 Vileplume off on the play was just unfun. That was just backbreaking. There was no way around it. Like, oh, that sucked to play against. That end of conversation. That just sucked to play against. Draw 2, see if we get an energy. No. Wonderful. Neither of us are drawing particularly well. Because he didn't get an energy and neither did I. He found the 4th Durant. If he can switch into the Mew, he can force me to discard quite a lot this turn without much cost. Clay is terrifying, because it's basically just a draw 6. Oh, he actually missed. Fishing Rod plus Soul Dew, or Life Dew. Fishing Rod plus Life Dew is so cheesy. That's what I'm talking about. These decks are just stall decks. That's all they are. That's all Expanded has really become. It's just stall decks. 'Tis a shame. 'Tis a great shame. Okay. Okay, Karina. Other more different Urshifu. And Quick Ball. I gotta sneeze. Okay. Ace Rolla. Go get a backup Urshifu. Yes? Yes. Because I want to be able to switch between them for the bonus. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Don't really matter. I want to be careful not to draw too many cards, actually. Because drawing too much is actually dangerous. Because you just make their job easier. Just mill yourself faster. Ordinary Rod. And energy retrievals. He still hasn't found an energy, has he? Well, I mean, now he has. Rescue Stretcher will get him back the dead Durant. I think it's a little bit early for him to pop it, honestly, though. I'd wait till I kill more. I mean, it's not like his deck doesn't have more Rescue Stretchers, but still, it's the kind of thing where it's like, it feels like he's jumping the gun on that. I want to get the other... I want to get Rapid Strike. There we go. Because I want to be able to do this. There we go. It sucks that I had to get rid of Special Charge, but here we is. I can tutor again. Like, that's the thing. Is like, now that I Rapid Strike, I can tutor for an energy for the next 3 turns. And I have the Rapid Strike Artillery. I can tutor for the next 3 turns. So we took out a Mew. We took out a Durant. He has to find another energy. We know he has energy retrieval in his hand, so getting the energy back is trivial. It's just about how much can we keep trying to set him back each turn. Like, because he's going to be able to keep doing this. Like, these decks are literally built to be 4 Pokemon, like 5 energy, and then a mountain of tool cards, of tool and item cards. So, yep, Level Ball gets back the dead Durant. Life Dew gets shuffled back in. Does he have a Clayton? Is it Clayton? Clay, just Clay. Well, now he does. So he can go get Clay. He can dig 7 cards deep. Great counter catcher. Counter catcher doesn't do anything because I have a bunch of float stones in my hand. Like, I've been holding these float stones on purpose because I know that he's eventually going to start switching me. And I want to be able to have an answer for when he does. Yeah. One thing that I have seen is these Durant decks, they draw so many cards, but if you can manage to get a good in or Marnie off on them, they get really crippled because their deck is resilient. Almost all of their deck is card drawer or resiliency pieces. But because they're used to drawing so much, if you can manage to strain them with only a few cards in their hand, they don't have a whole lot to deal with because they don't actually fight back. And so if you can just give them a bunch of Pokeballs in their hand, they have a problem with it. Okay. Tutor. Go get an energy. Bop it in the nose. And we just do this for the next like 5 turns. We just kill one, next, kill one, next, kill one, next. And we just keep doing this loop until he gives up, basically. Rescue Stretcher. Get back the Durant. Yep. Honestly, I might be close enough, depending on how much... I need to check how much energy I have left in the deck after this. Because we're getting low. We're getting low. Oh, I lost one more. Do I have any energy left? I need to check. I need to check. No. Our last energy is prized. So, our last strong energy is prized, which is a pain. We're going to shuffle our hand into our deck because it actually increases the size of our deck here. My mouse is about to die. I can switch mice. It's fine. Yeah. My last energy is prized. So I can't even do rapid flow if I wanted to. He managed to mill a lot of energy in this game, and I was forced to discard Special Charge early on, looking for an energy. And that set me back in an annoying way. Why is he slow playing? Like, we know you can get it back. We know you have the energy retrieval. We know, like, it's not like you can't do it. Your deck is literally built around just playing the same 3 cards every turn. Yeah. Come on. Faster. Stall decks are so annoying. So annoying. And now he gets greens, and now greens. Yup. I wonder what he gets off greens, actually. They can go get Life Dew, obviously. No, Life Dew is still dead, because he didn't get Lana's. Letter, shovel, yeah. We just haven't had a ban list update and expanded in a while. And part of that is because we didn't have any physical tournaments for last year. At least in America. There were some events in Japan, but America didn't have any in-person events. And so there hasn't been a really good benchmark of the expanded format. Because I think there does need to be some bannings in expanded, unfortunately. The deck is just so focused around stall strategies right now. Control and stall decks are just... Really? You're just gonna have all 4 shovels right now? Stall and control decks are just the most powerful and most prevalent strategies right now. Yeah, we're dead. I don't care. And the problem is he has the game won, but it's going to take him another 4 minutes on this turn to finally get there. So we're gonna save everybody some time and just end it there. So before he spends another 4 minutes playing 17 cards to discard another 5 cards, and just like, so exhausting. Stall decks have just taken the format by storm. Stall decks had always been a thing in expanded. Hard lock decks have always been good. Like Trevenant's always been good, but those decks were not the format. Those decks were parts of the format, and those are important pieces that you needed to be aware of when deck building. It's like, cool, you need an answer to Trevenant. You needed an answer to Vileplume. But now those decks just are the entire format, and it's so exhausting because it means that every fight feels like an uphill battle. Every match feels like you're just treading water, trying to survive, trying to get any air against these stall decks. And it makes for a really unfun format, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna hold, actually, because based off what I draw next turn, I may need to go get a Remoraid, and so I want to hold on to the Ultra Ball. I want to hold the Ultra Ball so I can go get an Octillery if I need to. ADP and Volcanion? Like, Volcanian's good. I mean, and ADP just goes in everything. Reshiram, Charizard, ADP, Volcarona, Jirachi. That's a lot of support Pokemon. Who's Mahala? That's so many support Pokemon. That's so many support Pokemon. It's just, I think it's still good because any deck running ADP, Charizard, and Jirachi can't be that bad. But it's just kind of this thing where at what point do you water down the deck's game plan so much that you make it actually less good, that you have made the deck now less powerful or consistent because you've watered it down so much. I've not run Pokemon Ranger in this deck. I've debated doing it a few times, and there might be room. There totally might be room in the deck, but up to this point, I've not found it a necessary include. Go get Abyssal Hand so we can draw some cards. Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Like, I kind of wanted a Crobat. And Polion would have been a really good start this game, because it would have shut down the Jirachi. Yeah, I actually want to ditch those. Just prevent him from being able to keep that momentum up. We'll hold on to the float stone, because I may need to switch out next turn so this Urshifu can get a powered up attack. I really wish I could have hit for more damage, and I could if I had dumped the energy on here. I could have killed the Jirachi and put decent damage on ADP. There's an argument to be made, but I just don't like stranding my Urshifu in the active with nothing. Considering I can still take the kill on future turns. I probably should have. I probably should have just killed the Jirachi and put the ADP in kill range. He now doesn't have a escape board to get Jirachi out right now, so he has to find some option. Okay. Scoop up net. I mean, that works. He goes to Alter Creation. Alter Creation accelerates energy onto the Reshizard. 180 is terrifyingly high from a 3 energy attack. 180 with upside is kind of a problem. I mean, ADP is a problem in general. We've seen that. We are aware of that. The fact that it is the format. ADP just like is the format right now is a bit of a problem. I'm going to throw this out just so I draw one more card. I so desperately need card draw at the moment. Ugh. Okay. We draw 6. We draw 6. Okay. Cool. Do this. We do these. I wish I had Ace Rolla here, not AZ. But we can go get a VMAX. Luckily, he can't one-shot a full health VMAX. He's physically incapable of one-shotting a full health VMAX. Unless we do just an astronomical amount of damage to Reshizard, and then he can manage to crack back with some sort of, with a Volcanion boost. He can't one-shot us, but we are able to put him within blast range. What we have set up now is he needs to kill this Urshifu. He needs to kill the benched Urshifu. That's the one that he needs to deal with. Because if I can get another Rapid Strike energy onto this one, I can ping both of these and take 6 prizes in one turn and end it. Well, no. Yeah, Reshizard has too much HP. Yeah, that's right. Reshizard has too much HP. So I need to get a Gale Thrust on Reshizard. We'll kill it. I don't have a Guzma at my disposal. I do have AZ, so I can VS Seeker for AZ, pick up this Urshifu, and we can bop whatever he puts in the active. Or leaves in the active, basically. It's likely he's going to Ultimate Ray here and power up the benched Reshizard. That's most likely the play. I'm always surprised by how many energy these fire decks can run. That they can run like 17, 18 energy and still be consistent. Most decks, if they ran that many energy, would just stall out. They just like, oh, our hand's clogged up with all this energy, guess I die. Like, that's a common occurrence for some decks, and it's always kind of impressive how these fire decks and dark decks can manage to do that. Okay. Okay. So this is how we do the math here. AZ. Pick this up. Put this down. Put this energy here. This would do 50 damage, which is unfortunately not enough. If I had a strong energy here, then we could do 70 damage and we can kill this ADP off of the regular Urshifu. But for now, Gale Thrust, and we just accept that this Reshizard's gonna bop us. But we have this Urshifu ready to go on the bench. He has the energy, we have the Rapid Strike VMAX, we have a Float Stone, we are good to go on the bench. We're basically sacrificing this Urshifu so that we can win the game. We need a Guzma. We really need a Guzma. Him doing that's annoying. We know he has a I think he has another welder in hand. He's used 3 welders. I mean, VS Seeker exists, but he's used 3 welders already. Or we've seen 3 welders. I think he's only used 2. We've managed to avoid losing any Pokemon, which is what hit and run decks do. Spread out damage, sort of switch out and prevent your opponents from being able to actually make any damage stick. Volcanions. Volcanions a good card. Basically free in fire decks for an extra 30 damage. And they concede. Yeah, they weren't able to get enough damage out, and we were going to be able to hopefully, if we could find a Guzma, we could win that. Beyond that, it was going to be tough. If he had kept that original Reshizard in, he could have at least killed my main Urshifu, but then he would have died on the crackback, and he knew that because he knew what I had in hand. So I don't know if he had a really great out there. I played that one fairly well. I think it just came down to I was able to keep my Pokemon safe. That AZ let me get a lot done. That AZ was a lot of healing and let me get away with stuff that I probably shouldn't have. This hand ain't wonderful. Hand ain't wonderful. Okay, it gets better. And they concede. Why do Honchkrows do that? All you need is a hammer. All you need is a hammer and you win the game. Just because I attached 1 energy doesn't mean it's game over. You're going second. I couldn't attack on my first turn. You go second. You play out your Duskstone. You put your DCE. You unfair GX. You strip any good cards out of my hand. And then you just slowly beat me to death while I hopelessly search for the 1 basic fighting energy in my deck. I don't know why. Honchkrows have done that twice now. Honchkrow players have done that twice now, where they just concede. They just concede at the slightest opposition. I mean, that's part of the issue with the control decks. There's a lot of the control players are like, oh, I didn't get the hard lock in. I guess we just die. It's like, no, fight it out. There's still a lot of match to go. This is a pretty okay hand. A bit more energy than I would like early on. Mew box. Oh. I'm probably dead? I'm probably just dead. Okay. So this is a Mew box deck that's running Lucario. And it's using Mew in the place of some other Pokemon that can use that attack. So we're just dead. Because all he needs to do is 110 damage, and we die. Which is really easy for these decks to accomplish. Zigzagoons are trying to kill the bench. I don't mind Donk. I don't mind Donk decks. Donk decks can be, by definition, uninteractive, but the game's won or lost pretty quickly. Either they get there or they don't. And there's no screwing around for 20 minutes and like going back and forth and getting stalled while they heal up a Pokemon 17 times and item lock you. It's just like, oh, either they get there or they don't. Oh, he got the roller skates flip. That's good for him. More Zigzagoons. He got the Latios in the discard pile, so he can't attack whenever he's ready. I don't think his damage is up super high right now. He's only got plus 10. So he's at 50 damage. Doubled is 100 right now. He needs to get up to 110 before weakness. Okay, that's 60 damage. Bicycle. Bicycle's good. What is he quickballing for? His bench is full. Like, he needs some nets. He needs some scoop ups. He needs some nets. He may have fizzled out. Yeah, like, it still hurts. 120 damage on turn 1 still hurts, but ain't the end of the world. Yeah, and then we win. Because we just get Field Blower and just remove the Sky Field, and then he can't do anything. Because he's got no bench space to play with. Yep, that's the donk decks. Either you win or you lose quickly. We're not sitting here for 30 minutes playing mill the opponent. Togekiss, I think, is one of the more interactive of the stalling style decks. It's not explicitly a stall deck, it's just lower damage, higher health, a lot of healing, but because it's tutoring a lot of cards, it is playing around in a very interesting way. It is one of the more interactive stall decks. Is this a Rowlet and Executor? I think it probably is. So with that in mind, we're gonna hold Ultra Ball. No? No, because if we get locked next turn... Do we have Crobat? No, just Dedenne. I wanted to save the VS Seeker. Okay. I wanted to save the VS Seeker. That's fine. Okay, Berklet Hill, Energy, Dedenne, Diancie. And then I think we'll hold. We'll hold this till... Hold. It could just be... regular roll. Oh no, it's Rowlet and Executor. Okay. I was like, could just be somebody running Decidueye, because Decidueye stall is a thing. But no, it's Rowlet and Executor. Okay. Guzma and Hala is good. Yeah, he needs to use Guzma. No? I mean, I guess it switches, but it's not. I would have done Guzma and Hala. Because I assume he's running a Floatstone somewhere. I think I can get out of this. Okay, are you all ready? Have you prepared thy booty? Rampage Strike. Okay. We do this. We can kill Vileplume here. We can get out from under this. Switch. Switch. Pop. So now, this turn, he's going to build up the Decidueye and try and hardwall us. Because, of course. Faba, yeah, that's fair. We did get another energy off our prize card, so that's nice. Yep, he gets the Decidueye and tries to hardwall. Nah. What do we do here? I want to get Urshifu, this one, into the active so I can threaten Executor. But I don't want to mess with Decidueye. Do I have... Let's look. Tate and Liza. I do. Haha! Tate and Liza, come in. Switch. Cool. My hope at this point is that he switches around. Oh, come on. Yeah, that worked. Like, we'll kill the Executor eventually. I need him to play another Pokemon onto the bench. I need him to throw. I need him to throw and play another Pokemon onto the bench. Okay, so technically, I can kill him with, like, Octillery. It's not ideal, but I can. Like, playing around Decidueye is going to be rough. Playing around Decidueye is going to be tough. We're not gonna mess around here. Sometimes these are worded only while he's in the active. This one even works while he's on the bench, which is annoying. Decidueye may make me have to play in an interesting way that I don't want to. Let's see what we draw. Let's see what we draw. I could load up Octillery. Have Octillery kill him in 3 turns. I mean, he's just gonna keep Fabaing. But it's all these stall decks know, man. It's all the stall decks know. They know no honor. They only know pain. The problem is I can't power up Diancie. I mean, I can, it'd just take a long time. Boop. Yeah. Yeah. God, stop it. That's his 3rd natural Faba. That's his 3rd natural Faba. That is an organically drawn, all natural Faba. I still have my normal strong fighting energy in here. I still have. Is he gonna get another Faba? Is he gonna get another one? Is he gonna draw the 3rd one? No, he's gonna Caitlyn Cynthia for it. Oh my god. Cut it out. I hate these decks so much. I hate these stall decks so much. It's awful. They're miserable. These decks are just miserable to play against. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. He doesn't plan to win the game. They don't want to win the game. It's just awful. I hate it. It's a miserable experience. Miserable. This is not great. It's not the worst, but it's not great. No, ADP is scary. Okay. So he's gonna get Alter Creation off on turn 2, and he's gonna hit me on turn 3. I need to be emotionally and physically prepared for that. So we're gonna go get a Remoraid. Because Remoraid allows us to tutor for a lot. One of the things we can get is Fan. Fan can knock off that double dragon energy and make it more difficult for him to make that attack on turn 3. Oh, it's a Necrozma. Okay. It's the ADP version, which I don't mind. ADP's not, Necrozma's not a huge deal because all of their Pokemon are under that 120 health benchmark, so you can kill 2 Pokemon in 1 round. That's the big thing. You can kill 2 Pokemon in 1 turn off of Rapid Flow. He got no energy, so he wasn't able to attack, which is nice for us. It does mean... Ugh. Arm hurts. About time to take drugs. Okay. So we do this. Okay, and we get 2 prize cards to basically service card draw. That's good. Good to see. There's a Trash Lynch or a Garbotoxin. Research. If he finds a tool card for the Garbodor, we're not in a good spot. And he did. Okay. Because shutting off Octillery shuts off our card draw. And it means that Ultra Ball for, like, Crobat or whatever isn't even an out. So. That's a shame. Okay. I got nothing. I got nothing. I can get back those energy for later. We'll save those for later. Okay, we do that. Because it's all I got. Until I draw energy, we live here, man. You shut off my card draw. You shut off my card draw and stranded us both here. This is not my fault. This is not on me. This is on you. I tried to end this game quickly. But you turned off my card draw. Yep. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I die. Yeah. When you never draw a card draw a trainer card the entire game, and your opponent shuts off your abilities, so you can't even draw cards through that. We beat Necrozma. Necrozma's a really good matchup. We just had an awful, awful hand there. We started off good, and then it all just downhill. Because their hand was good, and the next 6 cards we drew were all trash. Oh, that's bad. That's real meh. That real not good. I don't like this at all. I don't like anything about this. I mean, it's a dark deck, so yeah, we're in a pretty good spot, but like, don't like this at all. Okay. Brooklet Hill. I didn't need a second one game. I did. I know you may have thought so, but I promise I didn't. Brooklet Hill, wide lens, discard the rest of that shit, because I need something right now. That hand wasn't it. And then just I never get to play the game. Either it's a control deck that's going to make me sit here and just struggle against a brick wall of sadness for 20 minutes, or it's a player who just instantly concedes. I don't get to actually play the game right now. I just want to play. I just want to play. To be fair, I haven't been losing to so many ADPs that I've had the need to run Pokemon Ranger. If ADP became a real problem for the deck, I could deal Pokemon Ranger, but most of the ADP decks don't have the ability to one-shot or Shifu, and we generally can play around what they're doing well enough with Floatstones and Acerolas that we're not going to lose too many prize cards to them. Alder Creation is always scary, like it's a big threat, but it's the kind of thing where we have options to play around it. This hit-and-run decks are designed to deal with decks like that, and so ADP generally is not too much of an issue to make me have to take up a deck slot on a card that doesn't do anything a lot of the time. Now, dealing with Honchkrow, whole nother deal. Need to find a way to deal with Honchkrow or Decidueye. I don't know. Do we run something like a Hood? Like the Hood? Maybe worth looking into. I don't know. I don't know. Is this another donk deck? It is. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom while they play, because they're going to do stuff for a little bit while we wait. So just going to leave them to do it. Sure enough. Just waiting on them. You're just waiting. You're just waiting for this guy to finish. He doesn't need to do much damage, because I have Dedenne out, who's fighting weak, and so he only needs to do like 50 damage on the actual attack itself to win. Which I think he's got at this point. I think he's got the win. He could just attack. Yeah, he has the win. Just do it. No, just end it. Just attack. Don't make us sit here for the next 15 minutes. Like, you already won. You already won. Just let it be over. Just let it be over. Of course. Come on. Just let it be over. The BM. The BM. Just attack. Just do it. Just attack. So it can all be over. So we can go home.
I'd like to tell you about the strangest secret in the world.
Thank you. He got up to 110 damage when he only actually needed 50. He's done a while ago. Cool. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? When players BM. Like I said, I don't mind donk decks. It's either over pretty quickly or not. That guy took an extra 3 minutes to show off when he didn't need to. I generally don't mind donk decks. Huh. What do we got here? Interesting. That doesn't help me out. That tells me nothing about what this deck is. That literally gives me no information. Oh, Crobat here. I'll hold. I'll hold. Cause Empoleon could, depending on the deck, be pretty effective to shut down some of his stuff. Or we can just sort of not and use him as discard fodder for computer search, but it depends on what deck he's running, so I'm going to hold it for now. Charizard and Braixen. That's not... Braixen? Not a card we see very often. Not a card we see too terribly often. Draw the full 5 off Abyssal Hand. Okay. Just having fun stranding his Pokemon. Aww, nobody wants to play with me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what to do about Honchkrow. Honchkrow is a problem. I don't know. Stealthy Hood. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to the Pokemon that this card is attached to. The problem is I don't think that actually stops Honchkrow, because it's not about the Pokemon that's affecting, it's about it's preventing me from playing cards is more the problem. Yeah, Honchkrow is a terrifying, awful existence of a deck to play against. There's so many right now, because everybody knows it's good against Urshifu. There's so many.
I'd like to tell you about the strangest secret in the world.
I don't know. It might be worth running like a single switch, like a normal switch, but that's kind of why I'm running Tate and Liza. Tate and Liza is a hard switch, is a switch card on a supporter, so I can tutor it in some more ways. I can reuse it. I'm running the fighting energy so I can try and get around his stuff, but he's got resistance and he's annoying. Guzmas don't work. Problematic. I don't know. No idea how we beat Honchkrow. I mean, like, I know how we do theoretically. I just don't know if there's anything more we can do without making the deck worse significantly. But yeah, I forgot I had a secret rare fire crystal. Or rainbow rare. Secret rare? Rainbow rare? Secret rare? Secret rare. No, rainbow is everything. Gold, full art, whatever. I have a secret rare fire crystal. And one secret rare VS Seeker. I don't play it, but I have one secret rare VS Seeker that I opened early on. I don't know. Urn is an interesting card. I've seen the single strike decks running it. The problem is that Special Charge exists. And Special Charge is literally strictly better. I get it's on theme and you can tutor it off of like some of the cards that care about single strike synergy, but just like Special Charge is just strictly better. I don't justify running Urn until there is more support. Until we have more support for these battle styles, I just don't think it's worth it. Turbo Patch gets better and better the more V Pokemon we get. The more V Pokemon get better, the more that this gets. Some of the really aggressive accelerating decks start to care more and more. I don't know. I don't know if there's any way to really make us significantly better against Honchkrow. I think it's just a deck we gotta struggle with. Yeah, I don't think we have a real good answer. It may be worth running a fishing rod, honestly. It may be worth running a single fishing rod. Well, Lana's, because we care so much about Wide Lens and Floatstone. They are such a crucial piece of the deck. They're such a crucial piece of the deck that it may be worth running Lana's Rod, because it helps us get back Pokemon. Not a lot, but it's something. I don't know. Unsure. Undetermined. I think that I don't like the Pokemon search. I honestly don't like Ultra Balls here. I don't like Ultra Balls. They are clunky. They're so card intensive. It's 3 cards for 1. And yes, that card is what you need right now. But it's just so clunky. I really think there needs to be a better option. Hopefully we get some better search that's more rapid strike specific in future sets. But like, I don't like Ultra Ball. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Ultra Ball in this deck. Dive Ball doesn't work because we're just not running enough water Pokemon for Dive Ball to be viable. We don't get to run Heavy Ball. We don't get to run Level Ball. We don't get to run Nest Ball. Evolution Incense is a maybe, because we are searching for a lot of evolving Pokemon. There's always Pokemon communication that requires other Pokemon to discard or exchange with. They're not so much getting discarded. I don't think they're getting discarded in Pokemon communication. It's been a while since I've read it specifically. I was like, I really need there to be a better search option besides Ultra Ball for this deck. Ultra Ball is a good card, but I don't like it in this deck because it's so card intensive and we're really trying to be lean and we don't have that many ways to get cards back from the discard pile. And so discarding stuff to Ultra Ball all the time just hurts. It's back-breaking. So I really need there to be some slightly better search for this deck. If we get better search option for this deck gets massively better. Gets so much more consistent. It gets so much more consistent if we can get a better search option for this deck. But right now, the deck's just not consistent enough to be really viable. I mean, it's still good, but I think that it lacks a little bit of that consistency because I can struggle to find Octillery when I need it. I can struggle to find the Empoleon when I really need it. I can struggle to find Urshifus because I'm just having to discard so much to Ultra Ball. It can be a bit annoying. It can be a bit annoying. Like, it's a good deck. It's a good deck. I'm not a huge fan of Ultra Ball in it. There's no better option, but not a gigantic fan of Ultra Ball. I wish there was a search option that didn't force me to discard quite so much. Because over the course of a game, to Quick Balls and Ultra Ball, computer search, you're discarding 6+ cards.